reviewing Here to Eternity by Collective Soul and then ranking all of their 12 studio albums by the band Collective Soul. Here to Eternity is a double album that's 20 songs spanning 1 hour and 8 minutes, which I feel like is a good amount and a good length. It's pretty short for a double album like this, but does it really warrant such a sprawling arena to get its message across? Mother's Love opens the album with distorted guitar riffs plucked straight from their biggest hit, Shine. You know what I'm talking about, and in 2024, everybody kind of knows what I'm talking about. After 2020, the entire music industry just sort of started trying to recoup their losses, and that meant pumping us 90s kids with nostalgia. 20th anniversary tours, 30th anniversary tours, and new songs that sound exactly like the big hits of days past from the 1990s. And it's giving most people, most fans, what they want, I guess. But it's, with me personally at least, it's feeling unartistic. It's feeling insincere sometimes. But with Collective Soul, returning to this crunchy guitar distillation that they've done, it still captivates my heartstrings, and it let me, kind of bang my hair into the wind. Mother's Love is a great, simple Collective Soul rock song. Bluer Than Blue is one of the initial singles we got, and it really encapsulates a blues or blue aesthetic with tingy, twangy guitars and harmonizing of Ed Roland, Will John, and Jesse. I'd really like the Ed brothers, Dean, to sing up a little bit, but it's not happening. We just can't get Dean to sing. He's too busy modulating his guitar with that crunchy sound, and even sounding like Angus Young across this project. Sorry. He sounds like Angus Young on this blues-tinged Let It Flow. It's literally an AC/DC song, and I'm not complaining yet. Do we have any Collective Soul complaints here on the channel? I think there's a few over the years, but not too many. Pretty big fan of this band. Not the Same samples a Bon Jovi sound, but when I hear Carolina represented in a song, I'm giving that song a 10 out of 10, baby. This is a great tune, my kind of pop rock, and I think you would enjoy it too if you're watching the channel. Collective Soul do make an odd choice that is kind of jarring when streaming this album on the song called Bob Dylan, Where Are You? It's another great track, by the way. It starts out sounding like it's recorded live in concert, and maybe it is. We got harmonicas that are slathered all over the acoustic guitar and Ed's voice. You can almost feel Ed's butt mashed up against a leather bench seat for some reason when listening to this song. Maybe that's just me thinking about Ed's butt and leather benches. I don't know why. More rocking or more poppy material gives us variety in the track list that is very much entrenched in a blues rock kind of vibe. That's what I just said there. Matter of Fact suddenly starts sounding like something from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. No, I'm wrong. I was close. My wires were connecting to Meatloaf being in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but it's Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Eddie should come back to life after being eaten by the aliens from Transsexuals, Transylvania, and sue Eddie from Collective Soul. We knew he was a real bad kid, but when he threatened his life with a switchblade knife, what a guy made him cry, and I did. I connected Collective Soul with the Rocky Horror Picture Show. This is the proudest moment in my life. 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, baby. Woo! Be the One is built on a gorgeous piano note and Ed singing his heart out about what he needs in life, what he needs in love. And I am a sucker for a song like this. It's a tearjerker, and I really felt the love coming through in the recording process. It gave me comfort, and I'm gonna like be inspired by other musicians other than Collective Soul when listening to this record. Man, this song gave me something above. God gave me a grace. Man, He gave me a sweet, sweet, sweet love. That's a song called Real Good Looking Boy by The Who. One of the greatest songs ever written. Check it out. But I was inspired to that level of greatness with this particular song. And this really touched me a lot as we travel like a good Christian soldier into the battlefield of the back half of this double album, this record. Ed Rollins' voice seems to get younger, kind of like the guitars earlier on the record. His voice is doing it in reverse. Like he's sounding like new Collective Soul with the old shine guitars, and now he's sounding like the classic vocals with new guitar instrumentation behind him. He's sounding like the Ed of yesterday, of yesteryear, and it's a glorious sound to behold, coming back in such a ferocious vocal delivery. In these more rocking songs, No Man's Land stands out and showcases how solid and strong this 1 hour and 8 minute long double album is. There is a bit that could have been trimmed out, but none of it feels boring or bloated or sloppy on this 3 out of 5 album. Here to Eternity did bump Collective Soul from my 144th favorite band to my 141st favorite band in my ranking system. That may sound low, but if you're a bigger fan of Collective Soul than I am, just ignore that. We're ranking their albums now from worst to best, with Here to Eternity included somewhere in the ranking. First and worst, I'm going to go with 2009 self-titled. I know we got 2 of those. So we're going to call this one Rabbit, the 2009 Rabbit album. And before you're finishing that nasty comment in the comment section, I got to tell you, Collective Soul, even sitting at my 141st favorite band, they don't have any terrible music. They don't have any terrible albums. I really like the song You. I enjoy the light, fluffy nature of the Rabbit. It sounds like that bunny up front. It's a little bit of edge on some of the tracks, like on She Does, or She Said. Remember that one from Scream 2? As Sydney's walking away and the credits are rolling. Amazing. That's a really cool Collective Soul nugget for you right there. Scream 2 soundtrack. Come on, man. Freaking juicy. She Does. Really great song. Collective Soul really have an enjoyable catalog. Even their weakest album with the Rabbit, the Fluffy Rabbit, is pretty freaking awesome. Blood is their second worst, and Blood has a lot of variety in sounds, but it fails to keep my attention for any length of time listening to it. It's really good when it's on, but I rarely put this one on my record player. Praise to this one though, I really enjoy Change from this one as well a lot in this track list. Coming in next is Afterwards, and you know what? We're already into really great record territory with Collective Soul, or at least really good in their oeuvre. 2008 was a very bizarre year for popular music. Collective Soul put out a really solid and pop rocky album with that catchy single, Yeah, Hollywood, you know I love you more than what's else should. It's a good, clean fun and a blast to put on whenever you want to hear it. It's just a good rock and roll record. Next up is the classic Hints, Allegations, and Things Left Unsaid. Kicking off with a grimy and glimmering Shine. This is a classic album with lots of great music on it. Heaven's Already Here, Breath, Breathe, Breath, Breathe. Yeah, I don't know how to say that. It's fine. The next album that we're ranking, See What You Start by Continuing. I have a complaint about this band, and it's not that album title, which sucks. You see Ed and Friends, There's this thing called color that you could employ on your album covers. You should try it sometime. That's a minor complaint. They kind of go with like the whites and the blues and the icy colors. If they want every album to look like a frozen shower wasteland or a penguin party, that's on them. It's fine. I had the shirt that works with it. It's just white and blues everywhere. Anyway, Youth is ranking higher than all of those stupid albums, with Counting the Days and Better Now and a rollicking guitar licking groove underneath it all. Young is aptly titled. Also, check out the album art. They actually used different colors on this album art. At mind-blowing. That was cringeworthy, I think. I don't know. I think everything is cringeworthy. Look, my mouse, my dirty mouse, is like, oh, it's white and blue. Oh, God! Oh, God! Still works. Still works. Everybody's okay. The mouse is okay. Now we're going to talk about the new album, because it is next. The brand new Here to Eternity is up next for all the things that I said about it in this review. It's more engaging than the other albums we've already ranked, and it touched me more than those albums did. Punch in the jaw, you know, for brand new rock from these 90s alternatives bands. And now we are getting into the really, really, really good Collective Soul albums. Disciple Breakdown. There may be another day when this is, in fact, my favorite Collective Soul album. It's got personality sprawling over each and every note that you don't hear in rock and roll often, and the shreddage. So, that was the last of the good albums. But now we're into the greats, the perfect records. 1999's Dosage is a great freaking alternative rock record. It's got an icy album cover, but blended with Silence of the Lambs. And that's pretty wicked. So I don't know what to do with that information other than to be a good Christian soldier and share that with you. She said, "Like love I shall rise." Oh wait, yeah, I was talking about sharing that with you and staring at you. Okay, I think that was enough watch time. We can stop doing that now. 2000's Blender is spectacular. It is the next album here in this ranking system. We're not to the best albums yet, but we're here with 2000's Blender. How did they get Elton John to sing on Perfect Day? You don't get Elton John unless you're legendary and Collective Soul freaking got Elton John. Why Part 2 is also here on this album with the icy boy band cover. That's terrible. That is a boy band cover like I've never seen one before. Somebody get Collective Soul a new graphic designer, please. The music is gosh darn perfect on this one, but the album cover, just keep it away from me. It looks like NSYNC. Collective Soul are snow freaks. What is going on with that? I had to double check, but we were at the second best Collective Soul album of all time in Space and Coffee. And we've got another icy album cover here with 1995's Collective Soul, the self-titled from 1995. The icy covers. What is the deal? The music is so warm and cozy and inviting. Anyway, all the big songs are here. The World I Know, December, Where the River Flows. And the deep cuts are rocking with Gel, Bleed, Reunion. This is my second favorite Collective Soul album. For some reason, coming out of 2022. Let's think about this for a minute. That's right. Vibrating is actually my favorite Collective Soul record. It's coming at the #1 spot. I simply love the songs on Vibrating more than the handful of massive rock staples and deep cuts on 1995's self-titled album. Cut the Cord, Reason, All Our Pieces, which is a standout song in any case, in any album. Take, Undone, Rule Number 1, and then skipping to the closing track, Where Do I Go, which is really a punctuation of what a late album era that this is for a 90s band that's been around for 32 years. They were vibrating with me.